Salam Lord, and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, back from the Home Guard exercise, and it's been a bit over a week since I last played. Now, I had some episodes get uploaded on schedule while I was away. So, while like no daily uploads, but every other day or so. So I hope that was enough for you. And it's gonna be a little bit thin in terms of content the coming weeks because I'm gonna be moving, as I think I mentioned. But we're here now, and we're gonna continue on this war with Britain, who still has 100% army logistics, despite only having 5 ships. It doesn't take much, really, to get to 100%. They are rebellious, though. That's also at 100. So they're gonna be having some more problems like this popping up. Now, naval invasions. What do we got? We got Ireland and Northern Ireland. Showing 100% on both. But it did that in the past, and one of them still failed. I don't know why. But hopefully that should work. 100% here on Bangladesh. And we are being invaded here, but Britain doesn't have any ships in the zone. So I think, yeah, I think this will just fail. They've got one battleship heading over there, but that's gonna take 6 turns. So it's gonna arrive too late. It's kind of hopeless trying to find predict one spot where it will stop after one turn. If I could do that, if it was like, for example, in the Total War games, where it showed you like, oh, in 1 turn it will be here, in 2 turns here, 3 turns, so forth. I could place a squadron of torpedo boats or something in its path and intercept it, but this game doesn't work like that, so it will just have to continue on its merry way. But yeah, they also have some cruisers here, 3 heavies and a destroyer. I've sent some ships to counter them. Give the Angolans a helping hand in their fight for freedom. So yeah, no, Britain is not really a threat. France, however, very much is. 21 battleships. They've been building stuff since last I checked. That's an impressive navy, and they don't like me very much. Yeah, they're closer to war with China, though. No, wait, Soviet Union. My bad. My bad. Soviet Union, who likes me a lot. So if they go to war with France, I think that'll further sour my my relation to France. So we should be getting a war there pretty soon, I think. Just gotta get myself up to speed on what I'm researching here. Mark 3 17s, that's pretty cool. And of course the radar rangefinder, but that's gonna take almost 4 years. So anyway, onwards to the next month. Oh, and yes, I will take Malta sooner or later. But I also want to prioritize the regions where the British Army can attack me from. Of course, I will not be able to take Nepal or Kashmir with naval invasions because they're landlocked. But I can take Bangladesh and Burma. Maybe some stuff down here in Africa. And we do get our meeting. Germany and Soviet Union. And it seems I like both. Striking the port. Black Prince. That's a new one. It's 50% more expensive than their Carnarvon class. The Carnarvon was pretty good. But it's got more main guns. 10.7 inch guns. The Carnarvons had 6, 10 point somethings. And a whole bunch of torpedoes. So that has not changed. We got plenty of big guns though, so shouldn't be much of a problem in dealing with this. Alright, curious to see how these cruisers actually look. Let's get the Navy formed up here. Good enough. Do I need these destroyers? Probably not. Same with the torpedo boats. Light cruiser though. You can be my scout. Yeah. See if these ships will actually form up without just making a mess. Yeah. And good Miz. Which class are you? Oh yeah, the 14-inch armed one. Right. That's the one that had didn't have a real name. It was just a BB and a bunch of numbers. Yeah, no, they are behaving. They are actually well behaved today. We are being spotted by HMS Lancaster. There she is. Let's take a look. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Got the triple super firing aft facing guns and 2 up front. I think maybe I could have squeezed in a third turret here. Had to move the main tower further aft, or maybe put this turret down here and then have a secondary on the uppermost barbette. Maybe, but this isn't bad. This is pretty nice. Let's put you on the thumbnail. So Mark III guns, not bad. 13-kilometer range. How about the torpedoes? Electric torpedoes, 6.5-kilometer range, so not like very long range, but minus 80% visibility. Only 18-inch though. Armor is pretty good. It's got that third inner layer that's equal to 22 inches at 140% quality, so that's pretty good. Coincidence 5, turbo electric drive. Yeah, no, these are very good. If I can pick up some of those as war operations, I will. Let's drop us down to cruising speed. which with turbo electric drive, 17.4 knots. Get some torps away. Get some torps away, Wave A. Torps are running true. There we go. Might get some torpedo hits out of this. Maybe. Lancaster falling out of line. He took some big hits. 14-inch main belt pen. St. George took a torpedo on the stern. We're gonna get a torpedo hit on the destroyer as well. Probably not. That's a lot of flooding on St. George from one single torpedo. There we go. Black Prince is still fully operational. But far away from getting into torpedo range. And while 10-inch guns is pretty good for a cruiser, it's not really enough to threaten a battleship. And of course, because of that enemy destroyer smoke screen, I have to reselect my targets. All secondaries can target that destroyer if it gets close enough. Yeah, that's the very expensive one. There we go. Huge hits on Black Prince. And I think that's the end of her. Massive 16-inch main belt pen. Oh, she's still afloat, but just barely. Nope, going down. Secondaries can still target Norris. He's no good as actually taking some damage here. Not a whole lot though. And the secondaries are putting in some work on gunning down this destroyer. Actual effective secondary gunnery going on here. Lancaster goes down. St. George. Probably also gonna sink. And Morris is pretty much done. Yeah, there she goes. And there goes St. George. Nice. Good job. And I see that we've taken Ireland. Britain is losing transports. I am not losing a single one this month. And my army is actually doing things. Yeah, there we go. They're gonna take eastern Sweden, though. Or are they? It's the army logistics, still 100%. Oh. Where's that battleship now? Here. If I send these here, maybe we can catch up. We'll see. Oh, they got a bunch of ships here. Alright. So it's not just a battleship, because they just keep launching things. Yeah, they're up to 5 ships again. I sent some ships to... Was it here? 2 battlecruisers. They're both being repaired. Although, not, like, seriously. There's not a lot of damage going on there. So what am I building? I'm not building anything. I've got 2 battlecruisers ready. Well, 1 being commissioned, 1 being actually finished. Bombay. Alright. Let's send you out there. And one of these cruisers. What kind of guns did I give you? 9.5s. Right. I want to see if I can build something similar to those British cruisers, because that's the same hull and the same, like, superstructure and stuff. So, it should be possible. Now, naval invasions. I got these here. That's 48,000 tons. I'm thinking I'm gonna need at least 150,000 to take Malta, so that's just not gonna happen right now. What do we got here? Reserves. That's almost 40,000. We're looking at like 85,000 tons. Didn't I have some battlecruisers here too? Where did they end up? Oh, no, of course. They're up here doing this. That's where they are. Okay, so that British advance is not going anywhere. I think I'm beating them back. And I think my army will actually take Kashmir off of them. And we're also going to take Northeast Frontier. So that's pretty good. That means I'm going to kick the Brits out of this entire area and no longer have to worry about their army. Of course, France has an army too. And they're soon going to be joining in. Where can I just launch a naval invasion right now? So that's South Atlantic. But I want to go down here and take some of this stuff. So, right. How about Ceylon? I can take that. Sri Lanka. That's called 5,000 tons. That's nothing. That's one cruiser. That is one cruiser worth of tonnage to take that. In fact, these ships, the destroyers can take Burma on their own. That's fine. So was I gonna build some of these? I think I will. I just want to wait for these repairs to be done first. These two battle cruisers. It doesn't cost me that much, but I'd like to have them repaired. All right, no battle with the British battleship. France and Soviet Union -16 with France. And just as I thought it would happen. And again, Britain losing transports. A lot of them. And I gain Northern Ireland. Now, am I just gonna leave the British Isles alone for now? I think so. Because I could take Northwest England or Wales pretty easily. But then the British army would march back in and take it back. So to pull off a successful invasion here, I would need to have multiple naval invasions going at the same time, taking different regions. More or less simultaneously, but I don't really have enough ships to pull that off right now. But we can send these back into the Mediterranean and finally take Malta. Which I know a lot of people have been asking me to in the comments. And also keep my ships ready and waiting for the inevitable war with the nation that actually has a navy. Oh, monthly balance is good today. Why is it suddenly so good? Because I took... Well, they're not worth that much, are they? Oh, I thought this one would have to be well, yeah. The it said 2 month commissioning, but I think that was a rounding error. I've seen that happen before. Where it says 2 months and it's really just 1 month. So yeah. This one still has to be repaired. Her sister ship is ready. Buroklu now also ready. Not sure exactly where to send her. Anyway, let's open an invasion of South Africa. That's not a lot of tonnage needed. Surprisingly, it's not bad. But South Africa is, it's only 1 billion. It's not worth that much. Worth more than Malta. Mozambique, 1.1. Southwest Africa. Eh. Congo Free State is worth quite a bit. But I thought South Africa would be worth more. Australia. Not really worth that much either. Eastern Australia worth quite a bit. How about New Zealand? What are you worth? 1.6. Okay. Not too bad, I suppose. Returns. Something like here, maybe. There's a small force being sent out to face the battleship. Start bombing Port Elizabeth. I can put these two into production. Two of these. Gisela class battleships. Let's put you in Constantinople. That's still plus 100 million. Oh yeah, the port is yeah, that's why I'm so much in the green. Building capacity pretty good. I think I'm just gonna hold off building more of that until oof. Until it's peacetime again. And I can put all my ships on limited. Stuff them in the port somewhere. Where they won't cost me that much. We got here one heavy cruiser. Gonna be a 1v1 then. Although, probably not a fair fight. Let's continue. And that battleship continues to elude me, but we do have a meeting. And I think that's the cruiser fight. Outside of Florida. Yeah, here. That could actually be a pretty fair fight. Yeah, I'm a little bit more expensive and I got a bit more displacement. But 8 12-inch guns versus 10 10.7s. That's not that big of a difference. Yeah, 305 million versus 325 million. So I'm only 20 millions more expensive. Not bad. Right, one on one. I can drop down to my cruising speed and still, yeah, not quite as fast as they are. Not far off. There we are. .7. Not the greatest range. But we're firing now. I think these are quite handsome looking ships. With AP. .4 fore and aft. Back to auto selection. There we go. Their tower is out. If they start getting uncomfortably close with those torpedoes, I'm just gonna speed up and outrun them. Because I can do that. I'm damaging their torpedoes though. There we go. A little bit more flooding on the stern. You are going down, Crescent. Of course, hitting the stern, not that easy when they're closing in. Maybe like turn around, but I think we got them anyway. Let's see, are you explosive? 2 powder 1, TNT 2, you're definitely not explosive. Reduced ammo even. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be seeing any flash fires on the what was the class name? Black Prince? Yeah, that's a very safe combination. I guess we just gotta whittle down their hit points. Or potentially make them surrender. 34.4% crew loss. And they got 0% crew manning the torpedoes, which means I think I've killed off a bunch of torpedo crew. Yeah, cramped quarters. I'm still not sure if that actually matters. The crew quarters. Because, yeah, you get more crew if you got spacious quarters or even standard compared to cramped. But that means each, like, gun turret, torpedo launcher, and whatever will also have more crew. So you got more crew, but you're gonna lose more crew whenever a turret or torpedo launcher is taken out. You might lose 120 if you got increased crew instead of 80 with cramped, or however many the actual number would be. So yeah, decent chunk of hit points. Yeah, Black Prince. Yeah, that's something I want to test one day. Gotta figure out how to actually make that test. Yeah, Soviet Union failed to take Hong Kong. There we go. Here's a cruiser that is heading out here into the Bay of Bengal. Right. You can do that. Singapore is French. Alright. Let's take Malaya. So you are headed to Hong Kong. Let's pursue. I can join in with these destroyers as well. That invasion is going well. I did place them within the circle, but only just barely. Now, Malta, I guess. Here's the South African invasion. Not where my ships are, so we're gonna have to see if we can bombard Durban instead. Yeah, that doesn't take much. What can I do here? I guess I can just send you back to port. No, not there. I got a much better idea. Suddenly. Up here. Dublin. So if they're building any ships up here, we should be getting maybe some convoy missions. Now, Malta. 104,000 tons. Okay, so less than I thought. That's cool. Let's see. Mark IV 12-inch guns, 10 months. Not bad. Rangefinders, 33 months. I think I can increase my tech budget a little bit more. Set that to 85%. Mark IV 14s. I got one battleship class with 14-inch guns. I don't think those guns will fit if they are Mark IV. So yeah, we're taking Kashmir. Taking northeast frontier. They are not taking eastern India. Now let's see what kind of battles we get, if any. Definitely not. Ooh, now I'm losing transports. Southeast Asia and Indonesian seas. Oh. Yeah, you sent one destroyer into the circle and suddenly we are at 100%. And they got like single ships moving around. That's kind of annoying. Are we not gonna get a fight here? Let's see. K-25 class. Let's see how well you work. I think I got a light cruiser here somewhere too. Yeah. It should be enough. And we should be getting a fight with this battleship finally. I hope. But could be wrong. So Indonesian seas and Southeast Asia is where I'm losing transports. Anyway, Indonesian seas. Here. Move you in there then. That's strange that, like, I'm losing transports there, but I'm not getting any convoy missions. So what to do with U3 and U2? You can move in here. Link up. You belong with this force. Now, Malaya. There we go. Doesn't need much. 9,000 tons. Hong Kong, actually, surprisingly easy to take this time. Guess that'll have to be next turn. Yeah, doing good. Right. October then. Alright, Germany found oil. And we're still not fighting the battleship. We're fighting a destroyer, though. This class destroyer. That's a new one. Reasonably priced. That's a good looking destroyer too. How did they get a boat like that for only 67 million? I mean, it's more than the K-25, but this is basically just a Corvette. It's not an actual destroyer, even if the game considers it one. You are very slow off the line here, K-2501. But yeah, that's because the engine efficiency is bad. Right. And it's got normal turbines. Well, so does Suleiman Pasha, but okay. Yeah, the engine efficiency is bad because these funnels are ass. Hiding in your smoke. There we go. Let's take a look. Strenuous. I like the look. I got a single quad up front. Mark III guns. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent. Probably not much of a... No, I mean, 3 5-inch guns might do well in a gunfight. I'm not sure. And some 2.7s just thrown in. 8.5 kilometer torpedoes, so fast, I'm guessing. 24-inch, so big ones. They're gonna hurt. Here come the rest of the torpedoes. I take 2 on the stern. It looked like I was gonna be able to outrun them, but I wasn't. I could have just sent the K-25 home, but I would also kind of like to test it out to see if it's actually any good in a destroyer gunfight. It's kind of holding its own, even though it's got like minus 50 damage instability from eating those torpedoes. Yeah, no, it's no longer holding its own. Never mind. Yeah, it's getting wrecked pretty badly. Let's pull you out and have the cruiser handle this. Because Suleiman Pasha, I'm pretty sure, can handle a destroyer. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. K-25 is handling things. Lehman Pasha is kind of falling behind, but now Strenu is flooding. You just sail straight. Yeah, no, we're getting it down. I said, and then we took that flooding hit. Strenuous has no more torpedoes. 7.5s from the cruiser finally starting to hit. We've done enough. But I mean, for a 17 or 18 million Corvette, it's done okay. Fighting a full-size destroyer. And there we go. Yeah, not bad. Not a huge amount of victory points though, but it's only a 68 million destroyer. Not one of the 180 million ones. Although it's probably a better ship. There we go. No transports lost. That's what I like to see. And we got some destroyers heading here. I don't think that'll be enough, Britain. Got a light cruiser as well. Do I have anything nearby that can handle that? Mahmoudiyya. See, here we go. Much class light cruisers. And Ivalik class heavy cruisers. Yeah, you might be up for this. Leave one light cruiser behind. All right. What I got to do here to make this happen? Where did the battleship go? Oh, you are not in the circle. So Malaya is kind of strange in that the sea region you need ships in to start the invasion is Southeast Asia, which is here. But the two cities, although it says like Southeast Asia, this like inlet here is, I'm pretty sure it's actually the Bay of Bengal. Anyway, let's crack on to next month. We're getting Crop 4 actually. That's pretty good. And Marine Diesel 1. What else? Boiler efficiency something. Quality control, okay. So we're on to gas turbine propulsion. See here, yeah, better torpedo range. So that 9,400 meter torpedo range, that's going to be like the base torpedo range of a standard propulsion torpedo. And then when you add oxygen fuel to that, you get plus 40% torpedo range. And you bump them up to 24-inch, you get plus 60% torpedo range. Yeah, even the 16s are plus 7%. So I guess it's only the 15s that have the base range. Yeah, we're gonna be picking up some land here. Ah, but see here, our land invasion of Nepal didn't work. So now they're actually taking Eastern India from me. That's no good. That's no good, Britain. Unless you get like a military conflict or something somewhere. But suddenly they're very content again. Right. South Sudan will also be mine. Now, I can do one more meeting, which is not going to be with the battleship wherever it went. Or is that down here now? Let's find out. And that's cruiser on cruiser fight. Carnarvon class heavy cruiser versus one of my light cruisers. I think I will not do that, but it looks like I have to do that. And the enemy heavy cruiser is actually faster by a little bit. Yeah, this is gonna be exciting. So I think my plan will be to try and score some torpedo hits, slow them down, then run away bravely. My torps outrange theirs. They got electrics. I've got oxygen. But of course, their guns kind of trump mine. I got 10.6s, I got 7.5s. I'm scoring the first hits though. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer to actually make sure those torpedoes hit. They have launched as well. I have slightly changed my course. That might be enough to avoid. We're gonna get torpedo hits on the enemy. At least 2. Not much, but it's some. As long as I don't eat any of their torpedoes, or take a bunch of penetrating hits, I should be able to disengage now. Not sure what happened to those torpedoes. They are electric, so they're gonna be hard to spot, even if I've got, let's see what kind, Hydro 3. I mean, so far so good. A little damage taken. Tiny scratch to the paint. And we landed 2 torpedo hits on the enemy cruiser. Could have been more. going to be in their gun range for a bit longer. Not that much longer. See, you're now going at 20 knots. A respectable speed, considering you just ate 2 torpedoes. Oof. Gosh darn it. Oh, that was so unnecessary. And that's an engine out as well. Means it's gonna be difficult to escape now. Even with those torpedo hits. That was 1 hit. Aft belt pen. Well, now I guess it's a fight to the death. Unless I can get that end battle option. Okay, some torpedoes going out. Might get lucky. No. Not lucky. Oh, that was 1 lucky hit. That's dooming the entire effort. Let's at least see if we can do some more damage before going down. Give up, mate. Torpedo head. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was a bit annoying. I was so close to just exiting the range of their guns. And 1 lucky hit on the aft belt. Anyway, next time we're going to be playing this battle. The Invading class heavy cruisers. Have not seen battle yet. So that's going to be exciting. They've got 1 high flyer class light cruiser. That's the one with no torpedoes. And they got 3 of these Acades class destroyers. That's the expensive 180 million ones. Nice. So that could mean a good bit of victory points. But that's for next time. Goodbye, and take care.